Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. Betrayal never comes from enemies. It comes from people who learned your weaknesses first. Most people believe betrayal is sudden, unexpected, and shocking. But Machiavelli and modern psychology say something very different. Betrayal is never random, it is predictable. Your relationships, your trust, and even your emotional safety are shaped by silent signals you were trained to ignore. And once you understand those signals, you stop being surprised by betrayal. But here's where it gets even worse. The signs almost always appear long before the betrayal actually happens. Here's the painful truth. People don't betray you when they hate you. They betray you when they stop fearing the consequences. Machiavelli understood this clearly. To him, loyalty was never emotional. It was strategic. He never asked, "Is this person good?" He asked, "Is it still in their interest to stay loyal?" Because the moment loyalty stops being useful, betrayal becomes logical. Now let's talk about the 7 silent warnings most people miss. The first warning is subtle, very subtle. Someone starts observing you more than supporting you. They listen carefully, remember details, and ask thoughtful questions. But slowly, quietly, they stop helping. Your mind tells you they care. The reality is darker. They are no longer emotionally invested. They are strategically curious. Machiavelli warned that those who study you quietly are no longer on your side. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. The most dangerous people stay calm. The second warning appears in their respect. It becomes conditional. They respect you when you're strong, when you're useful, when you're winning. But the moment you hesitate, slow down, or show doubt, their tone changes. This happens because your value is no longer stable in their mind. Psychology is clear on this. When respect becomes conditional, loyalty is already gone. If you want more psychology, power dynamics, and Machiavellian insight like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. These lessons are designed to protect you before damage happens. The third warning is psychological. They begin to downplay your instincts. Your mind senses danger long before logic does. So what do betrayers do? They normalize discomfort. They say things like, "You're overthinking," or "You're too sensitive," or "It's not that serious." This happens because they want you disconnected from your intuition. Machiavelli believed that confusing judgment is the fastest way to control reaction. The fourth warning starts small, very small. A minor broken promise, a private detail shared, a small boundary crossed. Your brain says it's not worth confronting, but reality says something else. They are testing consequences. Machiavelli wrote that those who suffer small injuries silently invite greater ones. Betrayal never starts big. It escalates. The fifth warning is what they don't do. They stop defending you when you're not present. Loyal people protect your name in your absence. Betrayers stay neutral, or worse, silent. This happens because they're keeping options open. Psychology shows that silence during attacks is not neutrality. It is passive betrayal. And this next part explains why betrayal often feels like it comes out of nowhere. The sixth warning feels comforting at first. They mirror your values almost perfectly. They agree with everything, validate instantly, and never challenge you. Your mind thinks you're aligned, but the reality is that they're adapting. Machiavelli warned against people who change faces easily. Consistency signals loyalty. Flexibility signals strategy. The seventh warning is the final one. They wait. They don't move when you're strong or confident. They wait until you weaken. During stress, during doubt, during transition, because betrayal is safest when you're distracted. And here's the truth you've been avoiding. Timing always reveals intent. So why do we miss these signs? Because your brain prefers comfort over clarity. You want harmony. You want to believe loyalty is emotional. But Machiavelli knew better. Loyalty follows advantage, not affection. If you want to break this cycle, start with one habit. Watch behavior, not words. Words promise. Behavior prepares. When the signals appear, reduce access. Don't confront immediately. Observe. Distance is protection. And here's the mental trick that actually works. Ask yourself this question honestly. If I removed my usefulness, would this person stay loyal? If the answer feels uncertain, believe that feeling. Intuition is not emotion. It is pattern recognition. Machiavelli understood betrayal clearly. Enemies warn you with hostility. Friends warn you with silence. Once you see the signs, betrayal loses its power. Because what no longer surprises you can no longer control you.